Hello everybody and welcome to DC Fine Art. Today I'm going to go over some quick tips on how to create sand with your charcoal pencils. It's going to be something fun, something easy, and also adds a little bit of texture to your painting. And also I wanted to go over a couple of updates. On Tuesday, I usually have live streams, but we've been having some technical problems with my computer on trying to get the live stream out, and I still have not figured it out. So it's one of those things that either I'm going to have to get somebody who's computer savvy in order to try and fix it, which around here there ain't really too many people, but so I'm not for sure on when the live streams are going to start back up. So I'm really wanting to finish my season paintings and keep that going. So I'm still going to make a video on that, and we are going to continue with it. It's just not going to be a live stream where you guys can kind of like be right there with me and chatting along with me. It was so much fun doing that. So I'm really hoping to get this whatever fixed. But it will be a video that it will be unedited, and it'll probably be only about an hour long. I don't think I want to go 2 hours long with it, not without you guys being there chatting along with me. That's not as fun. But that way I'm still going over some painting, what I'm doing on that seasons painting that I'm doing with my series. So that's the update on that. The other update is, well, of course, you guys know I am offering color pages on my Patreon for Ruby tier and higher. If any of you guys are looking for any kind of art lessons that are a little bit longer, a little bit slower, those you can find over on my Patreon. I do have one free video on each medium. If you want to go over there, check them out, see if those lessons are right for you. And I do offer those. So head on over, check that out, and see if it's something that you guys would enjoy or be interested in learning, or if that helps you out any. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and turn this around and let's get started working with our sand and charcoal. All right, so I got these sharpened to where I got a whole lot more of my charcoal showing. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take out, you can take out either the soft or the hard, it doesn't matter which one. And then take out your sandy block that I showed you. And basically all we're going to do is we're going to start at the corner. And we're just going to start sanding and leaving some of the little dots and speckles from our charcoal to fall onto got a little bit in the ocean there. That's okay. We can clean that up. Let's get some around this edge here. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of speckles going on, which is good. I think that'll be fine. You could end up doing it with the hard and just kind of see if we get like a little bit of a lighter color, but it doesn't look like, probably looks about the same anyway. So I think I got a whole lot of dark on there. So what we need to do is some of our white. So you can take your white pencil and do this, or the charcoal, and do the same kind of thing. Or sometimes I like to do it a little bit easier for me. I just like taking this block that I've gotten here and do some speckling. Got a whole lot on there right now. So yeah, it looks kind of like a mess, but that's fine. We really wanted the speckle on there. So now if we're trying to like clean some of this up, because I know we got quite a bit on there in some of the areas, you know, we didn't really want some of the speckles on. We can easily probably just kind of take very lightly with a paper towel, and I'm just going to scooch that off. There we go. Got that off, and I'm just very lightly just kind of scooching it, maybe like right in this little area where I want it to be darker. There we go. And then I get a little bit of sand up here. Okay. Let me get this little area. And then I need to remove some of this from my little seashell here. So hold on, let's get that out of there. If I need to do any little touch-ups, I can. I'll just try to push some of this over. Okay, that looks pretty good. Some of these little speckles actually look really cute, just kind of spotted on my seashell just a little bit. Oops, I pushed too much out of the way. I'm gonna lightly kind of blow it into place. And you're probably thinking, well, you only have to do that much. Yeah, I just like the way it looks. Some areas where it may be a little bit too light, you can always put a little bit more of the dark in. I'll try not to drag it across some of these areas that I don't really need it in. Let me take some of my, let's see here, my dark right in here. That looks really good. Just gonna take some of my pencil and just kind of scoot some of these white dots around that's on there. Like the dark ones, you don't really see too much. And I'll show you what I'm gonna do after we get that in there. Scooch it around some of these little white spots, just making sure it doesn't look like. There we go. That looks better. All right, I like the way that looks. Okay, so now I just want to leave this. Now the tape, I'm not worried about that if it's in some of these areas. I'm not really liking that part there. Looks like there's a big white clump right in that area. Just seeing it whenever I'm looking at the camera. So I'll just take a little bit of that dark and put it in there as a speckle. And I think there's a little bit of a dark area in here. You probably don't even have to use as much as I did. You could actually lighten it a whole lot. There we go. All right, so the next step, you're probably wondering, okay, so what do you do? If you tip it over, a lot of this pigment is going to fall, or the sand is going to fall. So I'm not going to, I'm actually going to use, and I'll show you what I'm using. It is the, let me make sure this is the final. Okay, this is the Fixative. So I'm actually got the Pastel Fixative right here, and it's all natural. I really do like it. It's for pastel, pencil, charcoal, watercolor, and this is a pastel fixative. Now I spray this on there, then it'll hold, and if I want to add some more layers to it, like something kind of messed up or maybe it smudged and I just want to add more layers to it, then using this will help because I can add another layer to it. Once it's completely done, then you can spray it with the final fix, which this here is a matte finish and moisture resistant, works with all media, but I spray this here as a final fixative when I'm completely done and I don't want to make any more adjustments to it. So here I'm going to go ahead and give it a mist, and hopefully I do not spray. Let me move some of my stuff out of the way before I end up spraying it. And I definitely want it taped down when I do this, so if it bubbles, then it'll end up drying and going back the way it should. So here's just a light little mist over it. There we go. So when it dries, it may have some speckling going on in here because that's just how this stuff does. It does speckle, and it does it to my soft pastel too. And sometimes I have to go back over it and make some final little touch-ups because of the little wet spots. But yeah, let me go ahead and see what's loose on here. Hopefully I didn't spray this part and we can kind of dump that off. See? Yep, it's pretty much stuck. So that's fine. We'll just take a paper towel and we'll end up wiping across here. Just like so. Kind of get these edges cleaned off. Don't really have to. I mean, I'm going to end up removing the tape anyway, but just so that way it looks a little better, especially on the camera. You can probably look and be like, oh my God, it looks bad. I'm going to just get that right off. Now, once that dries, if I need to do any kind of little touch-ups, I can, or if I'm wanting to add a little bit more little sand pebbles, I could do that, but I really like the way this looks. Looks like right in there, maybe could use just a little bit more. It's got like a little globby thing going on there with white, which I'm not, there we go. I'd rather have it with a globby with the dark. And I can give it another little spritz if I want to. Just from far back, light little mist is all you really need. And yeah, so right there is my picture. I'm going to let it dry. And like I said, if any of those speckles come through, which actually they're drying out really, really nicely, I can always come back through and add some more to it. But as far as it goes, this looks really super nice. And I like the sand look to it. It works perfectly. And this is how I create my sand using charcoal pencils. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you could, please leave a like. That definitely helps the channel. It helps boost the channel. It helps grow the channel, and we definitely really like those likes. And if you could, just leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Like positive, like helping out. If there's something that you want to see, or maybe something you like to see more of, please let me know. Basically, the channel grows with you guys. So without you guys, I mean, this channel will just keep growing and growing, especially working on some of the things that you guys would like to see. That would definitely help the channel. So any feedback on that is greatly appreciated. And I appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. You guys mean the world to me. And if you are new to this channel, please click the subscribe. I would love to have you guys on the channel. That way you can see the community posts, see what you know, if something doesn't happen or something's being canceled or what's going on, you guys can see that also. And also click the little bell for notifications, because I do come out with videos at random. They're not always on a specific day, except for Tuesdays. I usually have a video on Tuesdays every Tuesday. So until next time, bye you guys.